D4 Parts Banditos.
Glycol. Give me some glycol.
I ain't got no glycol. Where's the last tractor part?
Glycol. What's on the pallet?
D4 parts and some from Florin.
That'll be the day. Where'd you get the ratchet?
I found it.
Fine. I don't want to know. I don't even want to know where you've been all day.
That'll do. Oh no.
Howdy, y'all. So I get a lot of questions about where I find parts, how do I get parts. Well, I'm going to show you some new parts I got, and we're going to talk about it. I'm out here right now in what we lovingly call the D4 parts store. And that's because a majority of these tractors, although a couple of these do run, are simply parts tractors. We found out with Lefty that it took us about 4 to 5 tractors just to get Lefty finished. I know I've addressed some of this before, but I think I need to address it again because I get a lot of comments and questions about how do I find the part numbers, where do I find the part numbers. Well, you're lucky with Caterpillar because most every part has the part number on it. Now, it's not always visible, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. Get a parts book. Get the parts book that matches your serial number. Such as Buster here, the tag is 4G7694. With the older Caterpillars, you want to start with that prefix, 4G. Yours might start with 2T, or 5T, or 7U, or 6U, or 7J. It could be any of them, but it's important to get the specific parts book for that piece of equipment. Just having that parts book doesn't necessarily mean the part that you pulled off your machine is going to work, because during the life of these things, yes, they get upgraded. Yes, they get newer parts. Many of them get engines swapped, such as this 6U tractor right here. This has an engine out of a road grader. Yes, it bolted up here, but does it bolt up on all of them? No. So for an accurate idea of what parts you're going to need, you have to have your serial number and you have to have a parts book. Parts books can be found relatively cheap on eBay, and they can also be found in reprint versions all over the internet. A lot of folks also just join ACMOC, the Antique Caterpillar Machinery Owners Club. You can find parts books available in the forum. It's also an excellent resource for advice from experienced Caterpillar mechanics. So the reason we collected all these D4s is because we know that parts are getting hard to come by. Now, there are a lot of parts still available, and that's why I would tell anybody starting out in this hobby, start with like a 6U or 7U. They have way more parts availability. Do they have everything? No. Do they have some things? Yes. Are you going to pay a lot? Yes. I also search eBay for parts. There's also a lot of aftermarket sources for parts, and a lot of those, I can tell you folks, I search eBay diligently. If you got the parts book and you can find the part number, search eBay and download the Caterpillar app. I can search Caterpillar and see what parts they have available. I can also find cross-reference numbers on there too. I have found CTP to be very consistent with aftermarket parts and fairly good quality. That stands for Costex Tractor Parts. Now you're asking yourself, all right, the stupid intro for the video. Well, what's the palette of parts about? Before I deployed to Greenland, I made a deal with someone out east for his parts for a 7U that he had decided not to continue the rebuild on. I had those shipped, and while I was gone, they arrived. So we're going to unbox them together, but first I have to say thank you to a couple of fantastic, fine folks that met us at the Elkader, Iowa show and gave me a set of D4 lights. Now these did come off of a motor grader, and they have the brackets for such too. You better believe we're going to use these. Probably over here on Wheezy, and I'm saving that set from Bill in South Dakota for the 5T we're doing. I know it was a tease, but there's going to be videos of that show in the future. First things first, let's open this one up and see what's in here. This is exciting because I know exactly what this is. I know what a majority of this stuff is. These are new old stock D315 liners. And these are the 4.5-inch bore. These came from Florin Tractor Parts. The gentleman bought them right before Florin closed for good. I've got a whole set of them right here. Oh yeah. Looks like we have pretty much oil pan, front cover gaskets, head gaskets, exhaust and intake manifold gaskets, bushing assembly. I'm curious. I'm going to open it up. I'm not often stumped on a Caterpillar, but this one's got me stumped. I think this is for the pillow block, the outer final drive. There is just a bunch of gaskets in here that I will have to sort through later. Okay, next. These are liner O-rings. I know that for the bottom of the piston liners. We've got piston rings right here. Couple sets. We've got, boy, I just don't know. Caterpillar parts, oil ring. So these are Caterpillar piston rings for that engine. I've got 2 boxes like that, and then there's these 2 here. CTP parts, some more old cat stuff. It would take me forever to go through these, so I'm just going to have to guess. And then this is what I really like. These are the old school cat boxes. This is a 9F3641 bearing, looks like. Got one of those. Got a couple more old Pac-Man logo box for something. Oh, I know what this is. Looks like we've got some new old stock valves. Oh, what's in there? It's heavy. Pin. More piston rings. And yeah, this is that bearing. Oh, this one's kind of open. Oh, main bearings. Very cool. Packaged 1952. So I'm guessing that most of these CTP ones are the complete set of lower bearings. Yes, they are. Yeah, new bearings. Yeah, what do we got here? 1H1545. This looks like another old box. I'm guessing more bearings. Should be a complete set of lower end bearings. And there's bearings for camshaft too. Yep, bearings. Oh, these are exhaust valves. Looks like we got 4 of them. So we're going to have a whole set of valves. And what's this? Boot for something. I'm guessing that these bearings are for the cam. But they're in a really cool bag. Service parts for Caterpillar diesel engines and equipment. That's cool. This is more main bearings. This is probably a rear or front. A little bit of everything. Okay, next box. What do we have here? Those look like the dust shields. We've got a whole bunch of those dust shields. I will have to look into that. And then in this bag, we've got big bronze bushing. I know I'm not going through every single thing in here. I just simply can't. There's just too much, and this video would be way too long. Yeah, these are bronze bushings. I think these are... Heck, I don't even know. We'll figure it out. And then these... Oh, I know what these are. These are the little springs that go by the front idler above the track frame. So we got a whole bunch of those in here. More bushings. Big heavy bushings. Oh, these are the plates that those go into. That go on the track frame. Alright, let's do this one next. And then we have that one over there to do. I see a bunch more new old stock cat parts. I'm not opening any of this in any particular order, so what you're seeing is what I'm seeing for the first time too. It's reasonably heavy. These look like brake bands. Yes. Brake bands. So I have a video on riveting brakes when we did Lefty over here. So you can check that out. Here's a new old stock Cosmoline part. Bushing, idler gear bushing. That's cool. We could definitely use those. I just love these old Caterpillar boxes. 4F4769 Seal A. And I don't throw any of these boxes away. I keep them. Probably drives my wife nuts, but I can't help myself. These things are just way too cool. Almost like a dual seal. I'm not sure what for. We're going to find out together, folks. What is this one? Package 1953. Caterpillar. New bellows seal seals. That's cool. Gasket. Another new old stock part. Springs metal. That looks like the pony motor governor spring. Bushings. These might be for clutch levers and linkages. These springs are for the steering clutches. Looks like we got a whole new set of those. And more bushings. 4F2447 something or other. A lot of O-rings. A lot of O-rings. More springs. Those might be valve springs too. Nah, I think those are steering clutches. I don't know. I can't tell right now. Wow, look at that. That's a fancy label. That's a bearing of some sort or other. Let's see. Main engine bearing. You know what? That's a pony motor bearing. Main bearing. We might need that sooner rather than later. Tons more O-rings. Fold-over lock. I see a fold-over lock. More O-rings, I think maybe injectors. There's your fold-over lock. Couple of fold-over locks. I love this old Cat C. Bearings for something. I thought it was bellows seals, so this is not bellows seals. Bushing? Something bushing. A little seal. This looks like the little seals that were on the service meter. Yeah, something similar to that. Congo rawhide. I think these are for rebuilding the fuel lift pump or the water pump. It has similar sort of seals. Boy, this is something, isn't it? We'll see what these are. I'll have to go through and catalog a lot of this stuff. Oh, I know exactly what these are. These are bearings, rod bearings for the pony motor. Ooh, look at that. More gaskets and seals. Cork gaskets. And look at this. Code 140 2B8848. January 1952. gasket. Exhaust manifold, maybe? I don't know, folks. I have no idea. We got all kinds of goodies in here, don't we? And I want to thank you guys for watching, and I want to say that I hope you enjoy the little intro and outro skits that I do. I put a lot of work into them. Another gasket, Peoria, Illinois, 8F9276. Wow, look at these. 6B, 8242. These are like... This one was packaged in 1967. And this one was packaged in 57. 10 years apart. More Caterpillar parts. More gaskets. I know what those are for. Those are for our intake. More gaskets. Gaskets. Some new old stock cat gaskets. Pretty much everything we're going to need here for Old Smoky. I will say, if you don't enjoy my humor, I know that's fine. I know it's not for everybody. I was told a long time ago, and it stood true, make the videos that I like. I make them for me because you're not going to please everybody. I think this is a bushing for like the main clutch lever. Something like that. I love this Pac-Man C. More springs. A lot of springs for some reason, for something. Very cool. Packing. More bushings. More seals. Tons of seals. Oh, look at this box. Well, I have never seen one like that. 2A5285. That's a really old one. Caterpillar Tractor Company. It's a seal. I'm not going to go any further than this. More seals, gaskets, O-rings, and a lot of these are new old stock parts. I can tell by the way the numbers and stuff are printed on there. Some more bearings. That might be for the governor on the pony motor. More springs. Another seal. More packing. Another Visqueen one. 2B9242 felt washer. Another one of these really neat old boxes. Genuine Caterpillar parts. 1F4889 bushing. That looks like another pony motor one. Doesn't it? I think it is. Maybe. Not sure. Cool box. Interesting, the corrosion from just sitting on a shelf. That bronze corroded. Now in our neck of the woods, we would say all this stuff came from out east. I mean, it's relative, so yeah, it did. New clutch disc. That's cool. I have no idea what the 7B 5995 is for. None at all. For the rollers and stuff. Another bearing. Yellow mark 3807502. We got a whole bunch of these. Oh, there we go. 9B3488. Well, I hope you enjoyed going through these new old stock parts and new parts as much as I did. I do want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. You might want to hang out for the rest of the story. I mean, got to finish the movie, right? How much? About 25 cents. And the tracks? Y'all getting any parts up your way? What way is that? I saw you was from eastern Colorado. Didn't mean nothing by it. What business is it of yours where I'm from? Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to be closing soon. What time does the D4 parts store close? About dark. Around dark. Dark is not a time. What time do you close? You're a bit deaf, aren't you? Well, yeah, I'm a bit deaf. I'm a heavy equipment operator. This here diesel engine does a number on your hearing over the years. What is the most you ever lost in a parts run? Tracks. Some fellers came and got the carburetor. I think they rifled through my toolbox, too. Call it. I stand to know what I have to gain. Everything. All right. Pac-Man Caterpillar, then. Well done. Thank you, sir. You have a good day now, you hear? This is your lucky cat key. Don't put it in your toolbox. Don't put it in your toolbox, sir. It'll get mixed up with all the carburetor parts and broken bolts, and it'll become another broken caterpillar part. Which it is. An excellent it's also an excellent resource for advice and experienced mechanics from Caterpillar. It's also an excellent resource for advice from experienced mechanic. It's also an excellent resource for advice from experienced Caterpillar mechanics. Got it that time, buddy. About dark. Kitty, you guys are making this difficult. Oh, Crystal, you too? Which it is. Rooster. What are you doing, Mr. Sprocket?
You ready?
The things I do for a laugh on this channel. No, I'm not shaving off the mustache for this. This is bad enough. Do I need to put you in the credits as the makeup artist? A hairdresser? What is the most you ever lost in a parts run?